So before we get started, I want to share with you where to find the heat stamp and date code as long as it's on the bag because some of them don't have them, but we have one from 2011 today and I want to share that with you. Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Today we are checking out an iconic piece by Louis Vuitton, the Louis Vuitton Speedy 35. Today we're checking out the traditional carry and want to talk more about it, what's in my bag, and a try on at the end of the video. So if you enjoy all things authentic luxury handbags, reviews, what's in my bag, and all that good stuff, make sure you like and subscribe down below. You guys subscribing means so much to me and I love hearing from you as well. So make sure you drop a comment and introduce yourself. But without further ado, let's check out the Louis Vuitton Speedy 35. All right, friends, so like I said, today we are checking out an iconic piece by Louis Vuitton, the Louis Vuitton Speedy 35. So the Speedies come in all different colors and shapes and sizes, and sometimes it can be overwhelming trying to choose which one is best for your collection. So I'm here for that to help you out and see if the Speedy 35 is the option you're looking for. So if you enjoy all things luxury handbags, reviews, what's in my bag, and more, make sure you like and subscribe down below, and you'll be able to check out all those different videos on different sizes, patterns, and prints on different handbags. So without getting into it too much, first off, we're going to talk about the traditional Speedy. So this is not the bandolier, this is a traditional carry. And like I said, this is such an iconic piece by Louis Vuitton. This is something that if you want to add that piece to your collection that is not going to go out of style, that's going to be, be able to be worn for years and years, the Speedy is such a great option. So a couple things right off the bat. I do like to bring you guys vintage pieces and pre-loved items, and this one is both. So this one is a little bit older, and as you can tell, there's some rubbing sometimes or the patina changes. So just when you look on the pre-loved market, be aware that these bags have been pre-loved, and sometimes you might see a different variation in things. So for instance, the signs of wear and tear to look for if you're looking on the pre-loved market for a Speedy would be like your piping, the signs of wear and tear on your leather, how it's patinaed over time if you go that option with the vachetta. Sometimes you can even see like with the little brass pieces where the leather has rubbed on it, like if it's sitting down, you might have the little markings from it that can go on there. Or the biggest thing I've seen with the Speedy, I've shared this with you guys before, and I say, please be careful on how you're using your zipper pull because I just don't want you to have to deal with it being broken. And that's with the little leather piece here. So what happens over time is if you're pulling on the actual leather part instead of on your zipper, you might experience that cracking or snapping. So these can actually be more prone to snapping off if you're pulling, back and forth in the zipper with that. So that's something to keep in mind. I always say if you grab by the zipper, the metal part, or like by the rivet, it lasts a lot longer. However, that is something if you look on the pre-loved market, you're, more likely to see that type of wear. The other thing to check out in a Speedy and to be aware of, even if you buy new, is if you keep your lock and key over here where they hook together on these leather tabs, you could potentially see the kind of just the little hole there deforming or making a funny shape and being kind of wonky because over time, your leather's going to relax and that way with that weight it can pull and make it kind of look a little different than usual. So just be aware that that can happen as well. But with the Speedy 35, this gives you such a great option. If you're somebody that uses a little bit larger of a bag or an everyday carry and you want some room, this is such a great size. So I love this size if you're just gonna have that everyday bag, but you also want that nice long zipper opening to get your items. This one works really good. So make sure you stay tuned till the end of the video and we'll do a what's in my bag as well as a try on to see how the Speedy 35 fits. I personally think this is a really good size if you, like I said, if you like that larger bag. For some, it might be a little bit too cumbersome if you just carry, some of the essentials and whatnot. It might be a little too big, but you cannot go wrong with the Speedy in your collection. Like I said, it's a timeless piece. It's going to look awesome for years and years to come. And a couple things to note. So on the Speedy, this is a more slouchy canvas style bag and it's such a beautiful piece. However, some of us want a little structure now and then in our bags. And if you check out the description below, I got you covered. I posted a organizer as well as a base shaper. So if you want that more structured, boxy, Speedy look, make sure you add that in your bag and it will be gorgeous and keep that structure for you as well as the organization. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check out a what's in my bag and a little bit more of a close-up of the Speedy because where I want to share with you where to find the heat stamp and date code we'll go ahead and cover that real quick as well. So you have this lovely pocket back here, and if your Speedy has that date code or heat stamp, you're going to look behind the pocket most likely on these little leather tabs, and you'll be able to find that date code there. The other thing is your heat stamp. You have it right here on this little end tab. Sometimes they get a little rubbed and faded over time, so you may have to really, look closely to find it there, but that's where you're going to find those two items. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump out into the what's in my bag. Hey friends, so like I said, we are going to be checking out what's in my bag on the Louis Vuitton Speedy 35. So before we get started, I want to share with you where to find a heat stamp and date code as long as it's on the bag, because some of them don't have them. But we have one from 2011 today, and I want to share that with you. So first, you have this pocket on the interior. You're going to lift that up, and it is right under there on this piece. Now, please note that depending on the year and production and size of the Speedy, when it was produced, you may find it in different locations, especially on vintage pieces you might find on either side over here, but it's generally going to be on one of these leather tabs on the interior. Like I said, it does really depend on the year of bag and the style of the bag as well. But that's where you would find it, like on this one. You also have your heat stamp, which is down here on this little leather tab. So something to note on the pre-loved market, you may find a bag that has an end tab that's ripped or removed or faded. Just note that on the third-party authenticators, they should be able to authenticate it still with that missing. So just to keep that peace of mind, I know a lot of people like to find a bag from their anniversary or birthday or a special, a date. So if you find the bag that's just for you and it's missing that, no worries, you could still have that authenticated. But just note that those things are subject to change regarding the style and all of that good stuff. So without further ado, let's get started with what fits in the Louis Vuitton Speedy 35. And like I said, today we're doing this without the organizer, so bear with me, friends. We're gonna get started here. So first, I want to start out with, I have a couple items from my other bag that I was using, and on the 35, I really enjoy the orsay on it because it does add a little bit of that structure and organization without making it too boxy. I really love the slouch of the bag. So like I've told you before, it is just so slouchy, and I love it if you keep that natural slouch. I also do love the shape at times, so it just depends on what mood I'm in. But the orsay is really good for my mom bags, especially for the kids for snacks and whatnot. I've got stamps, apparently, stamps back here, another pack of that gum, some lip liner, a little rollerball perfume. But I like to keep either my personal items in here or snacks, and in today's case, we're going to be packing that with the kids' snacks. So snacks, some gum, and that's what's gonna go in there today. Again, I'll probably add at some point additional chapstick or hair ties for the kids. It's bound to happen at some point, but that's how I fill that. And I like this to go along the side or on the bottom. So if I'm not gonna use it too much, I might lay it on the bottom. Otherwise, I'll just set up against the side like that. So let's keep going and see what else fits in here. So next we're gonna go with the Toiletry 15. So there we go. The end of it was sticking out a little bit. This is just kind of like personal care items. I might have like the little wisp, the teeth kind of like cleaners or eye drops, all that good stuff. Again, this is perfect for like the hair ties and whatnot. All the flyaway little things. This is kind of a little catch-all. I absolutely love this for all the bags, and it fits so well for so many. So that's my little vintage piece, but I like to put that kind of along the side this way because it fits so good. So that's where that one goes. Next, I'm going to be putting in my compact wallet. You guys know I talk about this so much, but it's because I genuinely really love it right now. So this has all my cards. You can fit cash in here, cards in here, even a couple of receipts at times. I do have another thing for receipts because I tend to need more than that, more space, but it could hold a couple in there as well. So this is one of my favorite vintage pieces. But we're gonna put that in my sunglasses case. These are like really chunky. And so they need a lot of room for that sunglasses case. Let's see, we also have, this is still open. So I only have a couple in there, but like I said, I keep like the quarters and a little bit of change in there for my kiddos because if we go out, they like to have a little bit of their spending money, or if they have some of their, flyaway cash that they have to keep it out of their pockets, it'll be a little bit easier. So we keep it in there. A couple other things I want to share with you. This is actually a little Chanel like cosmetic pouch. My daughter added the chain because she wanted to carry it like her little purse. So I was letting her kind of put her own little things in there. She had her sunglasses and her hair ties and all sorts of stuff, but she really wanted her little purse with me. And honestly, guys, I let her carry it, but I also put it in my bag as well. So it doesn't get lost as we're in the car or in between places. So it gets to ride in there. So that's what that is today. I also have my go-to key pouch and key. So I know, guys, this is a checkbook holder. It's a Cartier checkbook holder. So to answer the question, yes, I do still have a checkbook, but I also put other things in here like insurance cards and all that good stuff. So when I take this with me, I have multiple things in here. It's not an everyday thing, everyday kind of carry thing, but there's times when I go places I do need to take it with me. So it has all those additional items as well, and it holds them really, really good. So I absolutely love this. Holds them so nicely and neat. And then last but not least, I have my 6 key holder that I take with me and my cell phone, which is the extra large size. So we're gonna turn it this way for a second and slide those along here. So this is how it all fits in the bag. And like I said, this is no organizer today. We'll do a close-up of how this fits so you guys can see how everything fits in there because it's a little bit dark. But like I said, this kind of keeps with the slouchy look of the bag, which I absolutely love. I think that is so cute and chic, and it is just a timeless look on the Speedy. You cannot go wrong with the Louis Vuitton Speedy. All right, friends, so let's go ahead and check out how the Speedy 35 fits. This bag is a little bit on the larger size. If you prefer that larger everyday carry, the Speedy actually goes up to a Speedy 40. So this is right under that at the 35. So it's that 5 centimeters less, but it is a good everyday size carry if you, like I said, if you prefer that larger size. I love the natural slouch look. However, structure is fun, and I love adding that to the wardrobe as well. So those organizers are a great option if you wanted to add that. But this is such a timeless piece. You could dress it up or you could dress it down. You can add those bag charms to this bag because the hardware is so easy to do that. The other thing is the hardware on this bag makes it so you can use the double charms. So you can use the ones that actually go across the bag. And that is such a beautiful look as well if you want to switch that up. So let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite size Speedy and how do you like to carry yours? Is yours an everyday carry or do you use yours for special occasions? Do you use it for work or travel? I'm curious to hear from you guys, but this is how the Speedy 35 fits. And for reference, I am 5'5", but like I said, this is such a good option. If you prefer that a little bit larger everyday carry, I would recommend this one for you. Or if you just want that wider mouth opening at the top, this is a really good option. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. You know I always love getting to bring you authentic luxury handbag reviews, what's in my bag, and more. So make sure you check out abbymbags.com if you're interested in those available items as well. And if you check the description below, you'll see all my favorite Amazon finds for you, for your bag, and accessories. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, friends.